Okay, so we got move everything, but we have two that have tech amendments. The rest gonna be as is.
No.
Sorry, I didn't double check what you had. Okay, ready? We good? Okay, opening the committee Water, Land, and Hawaiian Affairs for the purpose of hearing some resolutions for Monday, June 29th, 2020. Members of those who are watching, we're doing these resos because as Water Land, we need to look at land transfers and easements issues and not to postpone it to 2021. So first one is HCR 24, authorizing the issues of term, non-exclusive easement covering the portion of state submerged lands at Ka'alawai, Honolulu, Oahu for the existing seawall and for use, repair, and maintenance of the existing improvements constructed thereon. Can't take testimony. All testimony today provided and all the resos were in support. Members, any discussion? Okay, seeing none, moving on. HCR 25, authorize the issuance of term non-exclusive easement covering a portion of state submerged lands at Waimanalo, Kalaupoko, Oahu for the existing pier, seawall, and steps for use, repair, maintenance of the existing improvements constructed thereon. Again, all testimony in support. We're moving on to HCR 26, authorizing the issuance of a term non-exclusive easement covering a portion of state submerged lands at Kaneohe, Kalaupoko, Oahu for the existing pier and use, repair, maintenance of the existing improvements constructed thereon. Members again in support. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, moving on to HCR 27, authorizing the issuance of a perpetual non-exclusive easement covering a portion of state submerged lands at Maunalua, Honolulu, Oahu for the existing storm drain and for use, repair, maintenance of existing improvements and constructed thereon. All in support. Any discussion? Seeing none. HCR 28, authorize the issuance of a perpetual non-exclusive easement covering the portion of state submerged lands at Kaneohe, Kalaupoko, Oahu for the existing storm drain and use, repair, maintenance of existing improvements, construction thereof. Again, all in support. HCR 29, authorize the issuance of a term non-exclusive easement covering a portion of state submerged lands at Napili and Lahaina, Maui for an existing walkway and for use, repair, and maintenance of existing improvements constructed thereon. Again, also in support. HCR 30, authorizing the issuance of term non-exclusive easement covering portions of state submerged lands at Waihoului, Keokea, Wailuku, Maui for the existing seawall and for the use, maintenance, and repair of existing improvements constructed thereon. Members, there has been advisement that we need to make some minor technical amendments. Moving on to HCR 31, authorizing the issuance of terms non-exclusive easement covering the portion of state submerged lands at Waihoului, Keokea, Homestead, Kihei, Maui for the existing seawall, rock vetment, and the concrete steps for the use, repair, maintenance of existing improvements constructed thereon. Again, in support. Moving on to HCR 32, authorize the issuance of a term non-exclusive easement covering a portion of state submerged lands at Waihoului, Keokea, Homestead, and beach lots, Kihei, Maui for the existing seawall and rock revetment and the use, repair, maintenance of existing improvements constructed thereon. Okay, members, moving on to HCR 147, HR 127, urging the Board of Land and Natural Resources to dispose of long-term water rights leases for the Hawaiian Electric and non-consumptive water use along the Wailuku River by direct negotiations and provide guidance on determining the value of annual water lease rent. Again, members, we have testimony in support. Hold on.
Comments from DLNR, comments from Hawaiian.
Yeah, okay.
Support.
Yeah, comments and support from Hawaiian Electric. Okay, thank you. Moving on to HCR 167, HR 146, recognizing unique language and contribution of Hawaiian culture on Nihil community members. That one, we have testimony in support from the Centers of Hawaiian Sovereignty Studies and Donna Santos. Members, moving on to the last resolution, HCR 20, approving the transfer of the lease fee interest in a portion of 610 Cook Street, Honolulu, Hawaii to the Honolulu City and County of Honolulu. Members, that one is also, we have in support from DBED, we have support from HHFDC, and we have support from SSFM International. Okay, Members, on that reso, we will need to have tech amendments. Okay, members, any discussion on any of the resos before us? Okay, seeing none, we have 4 members here to vote. Shall we vote, members? You okay? Okay, so I'll get you on your day. Okay, and going straight into decision making. First measure, HCR 24. I don't want to repeat that long-winded thing because it'll take me 10 minutes. So HCR 24, I said it earlier, going to move as is. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 24, recommendation to pass as is. Chair and Vice Chair vote aye. Rep. Parr is excused. Rep. Lowen is excused. Rep. Tarnas?
Aye.
Rep. Wildberger?
No.
No vote for Rep. Wildberger. Rep. Ward is excused. Recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to HCR 25, that's the one relating to Waimanalo, Kolaupoko. Members, recommendation is to move as is. Okay, Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 25, recommendation to move as is. Noting the excused absences of Rep. Ward, Lowen, and Har. Are there any no votes? No vote for Rep. Wildberger. Any others? Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to HCR 26. This resolution is relating to submerged lands in Kaneohe, Kolaupoko, Oahu. Members, motion is to move as is. Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 26, recommendation to move as is. Noting excused absences of Reps Ward, Lowen, and Har. Any no votes? No vote for Rep. Wildberger. Any others? Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation
Okay,
adopted.
thank you, members. Moving on to HCR 27. This relates to the submerged lands in Mauna Loa, Honolulu. Members' recommendation is to move as is. Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 27, recommendation to move as is. Noting excused absences of Reps Har, Lowen, and Ward. Any no votes?
I'm okay.
You're okay with this one? Okay.
Okay.
Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, moving on to HCR 28, another administration reso. This is to affecting submerged lands in Kaneohe, Kalaupoko for the storm drain. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Thank you. HCR 28, recommendation to move as is. Noting excused absence of Reps Har, Lowen, and Ward. Any no votes? No. Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, moving on to HCR 29. This is relating to submerged lands in Napili and Lahaina. Members, the recommendation of the chair is to move as is. Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 29, recommendation to move as is. Noting excused absences of Reps Har, Lowen, and Ward. Are there any no votes? No vote for Rep. Wildberger. Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to HCR 30. This is relating to Waihuli, Keokea in Wailuku, Maui. We have to make some technical amendments, so moving it as an HD1. Members, any discussion? Okay, seeing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 30, recommendation to move with amendments. Noting excused absence of Rep. Har, Lowen, and Ward. Are there any no votes? No vote for Rep. Wildberger. Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, moving on to HCR 31. This is relating to the submerged lands in Waihuli, Keokea, Homestead, Kihei. Members' recommendations to move as is. Vice Chair.
HCR 32, recommendation to move as is. Noting excused absences of Reps Har, Lowen, and Ward. Are there any no votes? No vote for Rep. Wildberger. Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, moving on to HCR 32. This area is relating to the Waihuli, Keokea, Homestead, and Beach lot in Kihei. Members' recommendation is to move this as is. Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 31, recommendation to move as is. Noting excused absences of Reps Har, Lowen, and Ward. Are there any no votes? No vote for Rep. Wildberger. Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to HCR 147 and HR 127. This is relating to the Hawaiian Electric consumptive water issue on Wailuku River.
Non-consumptive.
Very good. Non-consumptive, sorry. Yeah, we're not drinking it. Okay, recommendation of the chair is to move this as is. Vice Chair.
Thank you. HCR 147, noting excused absences of Reps Har, Lowen, and Ward. Are there any no votes? Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to HCR 167, HR 146. This is relating to the Nihau community for the Hawaiian culture. We wanted to put out an extension to them to say thank you for all their hard work. Members' recommendation is to move this as is. Vice Chair.
Thank you. HR 127, recommendation to move as is. Noting excused absences of Reps Har, Lowen, and Ward. Are there any no votes? Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the last measure, HCR 20. This is the transfer of lease fee on 610 Cook Street. Members, the recommendation of the chair is to move this as an HD1. We have to make some technical amendments for clarity. Okay, members, any discussion? Okay, seeing none, Vice Chair.
Okay. Can you clarify what the number is on this one?
So it's HCR, it's just a tech amendments that we need to do for clarity,
Okay.
consistency, and style.
Okay.
So just, yeah, so HMS Delgado.
Cool.
Yeah.
HCR 20, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Recommendation to pass with amendments. No excused absences of Reps Parr, Lowen, and Ward. Are there any no votes? Any reservations? Seeing none, recommendation.
Okay, thank you, members, for hearing rezos. Didn't want all these people to be withheld for another year. Thank you, we're adjourned.